and girls, I see there is a new 2020 vision of Shorter College. So when I say shorter, you say college. Shorter? College. Shorter? College. Wait a minute, hold on. Testing. 1, 2, 3, testing. I need everyone to stand up on their feet. Testing. 1, 2, 3, testing. I need a mic check. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 2020 vision of Shorter College. When I say shorter, you say college. Shorter? College. Shorter? College. When I say shorter, you say college. Shorter? College. Shorter? College. Testing. 1, 2, 3. There should be a clap with that or something. Testing. 1, 2, 3. Make some noise! Shorter College! Let's do it again. For Barack Obama Jr. over here. When I say shorter, you say college. Shorter. College. Shorter. College. When I say shorter, you say college. Shorter. College. Shorter. College. When I say bull, you say dogs. Bull. Bull. When I say bull, you say dogs. Bull. Dogs. What do that mean? Woof, woof, woof. Awesome. On behalf of the president and our institution and the student affairs and academic affairs of Shorter College, we salute each of you with a vision bag of a new beginning. We want to provide the par excellence of service to say this is our new decade, that we will begin seeing things differently. All right. So we have a new vision of a new outlook. Our student affairs worked diligently for you last night to make sure that you are happy and comfortable, that we're going to have a loose leaf where the fruits will fall just for you. All that other stuff about shorter is no longer. Say with me, no longer. No longer. All that other stuff that we once said and once heard, it's no longer. Say no longer. No longer. It's a new vision. Somebody say new vision. New vision. Someone say new vision. New vision. Someone really shouted from your heart, new vision. New vision. And if it were not so, we would not have placed the glasses in your own bags. You got to reach in your own bag. I need everyone to reach in his bag and pull out his glasses. We ready. We ready. We ready. We ready. Woo!
All right, Shorter.
Daddy said, all right, Shorter. We are excited. We have the program that's presented before you. We are excited. So due to the fact that we have a wonderful agenda that is printed on the back of your program, as you can see, it is highlighted with education, focus, and progress at the top. And that's where we are moving forward. So as we would turn on the back, we will have our agenda. Before we go any further, let's give it up for student affairs and academic affairs. Give it up real proud. Good job, Ms. Jackie Johnson, Mr. Toby Dowry, Mr. Kevin Hollinan. We thank you so much. And again, to our academic team. At this time, we will have our invocation. We will have our chaplain of the institution, Reverend Mary Williams, who's also our presider with various districts. Ladies and gentlemen, please, let's welcome our own Ms. and Reverend Mrs. Mary Williams.
Good morning, students.
Good morning.
Welcome to Shorter College 2020.
Amen.
Let us begin this year with a word of prayer. Please bow your heads. Eternal God and Father, we come to thee this morning, first of all, being so humble that you have given us an opportunity to go into the year of 2020. Now, God, many of us have come with new vision new insight, new understanding. Many of us have come seeking to try and find ourselves, to try to look and go someplace that we have never gone before. We ask, O gracious Master, that you will allow these students who sit and stand under the sound of our voice to know that they can only go so far without you. We ask you, O gracious Master, to lead Shorter College and guide Shorter College, lead the student body, the faculty, and the staff to places where they have never gone before, that they might be able to uplift, rise up, educate, motivate, and allow students to become who they are to be in this year of 2020 and further in their education. Now, God, we ask your love upon all of this institution. We ask your grace and your mercy to fall upon us as never before, that we might be able to do your bidding. Help us as students to do what we are supposed to do, as faculty to do as we are supposed to do, and staff to do as we are supposed to be. Let us, O gracious Master, be a light in a dark world. Yes. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Amen.
Awesome. Good morning, Shorter College.
Good morning.
It is so good to be here with you. I'm substituting for the president, President Green. He may be able to come in a little later, but I'm not going to take a bunch of your time, but I do want to compliment you on this 2020 vision for the future. That is something that I think we really need to inculcate in our culture here. One of the things that I saw this year, just this year, you all have been going to class. You've been going to class. That is so good. It's so good. You are wanting an education, and we are wanting to provide it to you. That is so important because you have such a bright future. You have such a bright future, and we are very happy that each and every one of you, each of you is a part of our Shorter College. I want to take this opportunity to greet you and welcome you, and the turnout today is just excellent. I mean, it's a different place. It's a different place. Keep this up. Keep it up, because Shorter College is a somewhere place in the United States of America. Thank you.
On behalf of our president, we are so humble for you, as well as for our own Dr. Gilbert, who's also in the rear navigating. At this time, ladies and gentlemen, the program calls for each department of Shorter College to give expressions on their purpose and the vision they have for you as students, as more so what their vision is from their department. So the program will go as printed. We ask those individuals to come as printed, commencing with you, from you, the admissions office, Ms. Arnetta Carter.
Good morning, Shorter College students.
Good morning.
Welcome, welcome, welcome to the 2020 orientation. I'm so excited. I've never seen the cafeteria area is full. Couldn't find a seat this morning. So I am very, very happy about what I see this morning. I want all the new students, I'm going to make mine real short. I want all the new students to stand up right now. All new students, first time here at Shorter College. We are so proud of them. All these new students have been cleared for admissions, and we're very, very excited about that. And we want all our old students to wrap your hands around them. If they need encouragement, do that. Do that. Thank you for standing. At this time, I would like to introduce our staff. Most of you know Mrs. Williams in the Office of Admission, very helpful person. She's not here right now. She's in the office waiting on new students to come to register. We have a new recruiter, We call him Mr. Cedric. I'm going to ask him to stand. I think he has something he wants to say and share with you. Right here.
There he is, okay.
First, I want to say good morning to everyone.
Good morning.
I want to say that I've enjoyed being here shorter, from the staff to the president to everyone here. I'm not a stranger. We're all a family. And I always say this. I know it said you fit here, but let me tell you something. I fit here. I fit here. But I also want to let you know that the possibilities here are endless and unlimited. So I look at a lot of great things coming from here. I need your help. You need my help. We're going to make it happen. We're going to put Shorter on the map. It's already there. But we're going to enhance what we have already. All right?
All right. Thank you. Thank you. So we're happy to have him in our office of admission. The last thing I want to share with you, this coming Friday, which will be the 24th, from 9 to 12, we're going to be having Transfer Day. And Transfer Day is not only for students that's going to be moving to a four-year college, but everyone. We want you to come over to the Office of Admission hallway area, the James Building, and we will have directors and recruiters to set up tables from various colleges. Please come out, and because you never know what's going to happen. We do have students here at Shorter College that get scholarships. We probably have had over 45 students that have transferred to various colleges such as Langston University, UAPB, Prairie View, and the list goes on and on. So I want you to come out and talk with these recruiters from various colleges and see what they're talking about. Thank you very much.
Welcome, everybody. I'm Cindy Conley. I'm the registrar. For those of you who are returning, you know I'm the one that keeps your grades and attendance, and if you need a report card or enrollment verification, you come see me. I'm also the one that if you move, come see me. I have a form for you to fill out to change your address. That's very important while you're a student, and when you leave, just contact me. The form's online, I believe, but the form is also outside my office. Anybody transferring in hours, be sure you see me. Make sure you've gotten the official transcript to the admission office so that I can do the transfer of credit. And say if anybody ever has a question, I do not register you, but if you ever have a problem with you need to change your degree or change any information, contact me. I'm in the FC James building at the end of the office, at the end of the hallway. And if you need an official transcript to go to another college, I'm the one to get that from. And at the end of each term, you want a report card. I don't automatically print them. You can view them, but if you need them printed, come by. I'll be more than happy to print that for you. Y'all have a great semester.
Success is no accident. It is hard work, perseverance, learning, studying, sacrifice, and most of all, love of what you are doing. Is that befitting for today? Yes. We all have aspirations. And the only way to achieve your goals is to reach for the sky. Come on. Don't let anyone turn you away. Only yourself can keep you from achieving your goals. My name is Roderick Donovan with the Office of Student Financial Aid here at Shorter College, where the financial aid coordinator is Miss Pamela Kennard, and our financial aid director is Miss Audra Hinton. I'm sorry, Audra Hinton. She's new. She just started, I guess, a month or so ago. I've been given a great task to talk to you about financial aid. I'm pretty sure everyone knows who I am. A couple things. The starting point is to create a FAFSA ID. And I'm pretty sure everybody have their FSA user ID and password. Is that correct? Okay. Once you do that, then you do your FAFSA. Next step, we talk about the VFAO, Virtual Financial Aid Office. Everybody got that, right? Anybody do not have a FAFSA login or VFO login? Raise your hand. Wonderful. Now, once you complete your VFAO and your FAFSA and you submit it, we receive your FAFSA, free application for federal student aid. Once we receive that, if you're not selected for verification, then your file will go to get a award letter. Once you get your award letter, financial aid is basically out the picture then. Okay? However, we do have students that's selected for verification. Once you're selected for verification, we need you to submit additional documentation. Okay? The VFAO is your channel, is your means of communication. Watch your VFO. Check your VFAO. I tell students to check it on a daily basis because you get the information before we get it, before we will receive it. So if you wait and don't check it, you're upset when you come in the office. Well, I didn't. My financial aid. Well, we've been asking for a month or so for you to submit documents, and you didn't take any action. Okay, so be sure to check your VFAO. VFAO is Shorter College of Arkansas. You should have received a VFAO sheet, also with a FAFSA sheet as well, so you can keep your information there. Once everything is completed, we get your awards, we get your award letter, we start the ball of request funding. The business office will not be here today, so I will provide just a little bit of that. Once we request funds and receive the funds, we send it over to the business office. At that time, the business office will process and post your aid. Once everything is taken care of and everything is at a zero balance, if you do a refund, you will receive an email from the business office. The email will come to your Shorter College email. It will tell you what items you need to bring in order to pick up your refund and when to pick it up. If your name is not on the list, do not come, because that means your file is not finished being processed as of yet. Okay? At this time, I'll yield for any questions. Any questions? One more thing. I know that we have extended registration until Friday, so that means processing of funding will be pushed out just a little bit. So we say anywhere from 3 to 4 weeks. Just put in your hats. 3 to 4 weeks from now before we can process, because we got to make sure that we confirm registration. Our registrar, she does that part, that component. So once we confirm registration, then we'll move forward in requesting funds. Also, if you're a first-time borrower, regulation states you must be in class for 30 days. Once you have met that timeline, then we'll go in and request additional funding. We'll be able to request your funding. Okay? No other question? No questions? Okay. Yes, Ms. Jefferson.
I missed just a little bit of what you said.
Okay.
The email is a key for everybody.
Absolutely.
That's what you're watching for, and then when you've got that email, you can be pretty sure that your check is ready. Is that right?
Yes, ma'am. Absolutely. The email is the key. Even when you come to financial aid office, the very first thing I ask you is what, students? Have you checked your email? Have you checked your VFAO? That is the key. And to keep everyone from getting irritated, check your VFO, check your email. On the business office side, that's what they rely upon. They truly will send that in a timely manner. We have to abide within regulations, and that's how we operate. So that I assure you, once we get your money, we would love to give you whatever is due to you. We will get it to you. However, it is a process, steps that must be taken. Check your VFAO, check your email, check your VFAO, check your email. Once again, welcome to Shorter College, and we're glad to have you.
Good morning. How y'all doing this morning? My name is Conway. I work in the business office with students' accounts, and I will talk to you guys about the process. And we handle students' account, finances, payroll, and I just want you guys to know, please be patient with us. We are trying to process you guys' funds within the appropriate time. Okay, so I know most of you guys probably wouldn't know the process as far as you receiving your refunds. Okay, you will get a email from VFAO. From that date, you will have to allow us 17 days for your funds to hit the school. Once it hit the school, you have to allow us 14 days to process your refund. That when you will receive an email from me or Miss Gwen, letting you know what time and date to pick it up. Okay. We will also, you will also will need your student ID, your your state ID. Please make sure you have that. If you don't have those, we will not be able to give you your funds. Okay, I will also address your 1098s. We will be giving them out on the 31st of this month until 12 o'clock. We will also send out emails to everyone to let you know what time, and we'll be set up in the main building outside of the business office. We'll give you until 12 o'clock to pick them up. After 12 o'clock, we will mail them to the address you have on in admissions.
Stress with the fact that they knew their addresses. They need, if they move
Yes.
or something.
If you move, please go to admissions, the registrar office, to do a change of address form. Please do that, because a lot of students wait till the last minute and then
phone numbers.
Yes, phone numbers also.
One thing I wanted to add, the dates in VFAO is estimated. Estimated. That means that it's not actual. The clock it doesn't start ticking until we request funds and receive them. For instance, if your date is, we say 1/22, and we don't make a request for funding until February the 10th, and we receive the funds on February, we say 15th, this is a hypothetical statement, then that's when the clock starts ticking, once we receive the funds.
Anybody have any questions?
That's just an example. Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Okay. Well, we are making changes. You have to wait till census, because a lot of students will drop and add classes. So just give us until after census to make sure your ledger is correct. So you will see a lot of different changes. Census is the 27th on Monday.
Give that date again.
January the 27th on Monday. I'm sorry, I got too late. Any more questions?
There are no dumb questions. This is your platform. This is your orientation. There are no dumb questions. May we ask everyone, if you have a question to propose, please stand so we can, everyone in the rear can hear you as well.
That is for ACC. It's for Second Chance to Tell. It's not on campus. On campus is next week.
Good question. Good question.
Anybody else? All right, well, that will be my portion. I thank you guys, and please be patient with us.
Ms. Tabitha Scott, our colleague who is with our IT department. Ms. Tabitha Scott, are you present? Ms. Tabitha Scott. Thank you, Ms. Ms. Tabitha Scott, would you come forward right quickly, please? Amen. Excuse me, I meant to say Erica Badu. Erica Badu, please come forward. Good morning.
Good morning.
Tablets will not be given out until after census. However, everyone in here can still get on Cengage and do their assignment. Only thing you have to do is get your course key from your instructor and go to the website getenrolled.com, www.getenrolled.com. Register that class. If you're a new student here and you need help, please come by my office and see me. But if you're a new student and you feel like you can do it on your own, use that website. You'll create a new account once you register that code. The book should come up and the instructor's name should come up once they give you the course key. I don't have course keys, so you can't come to me and say,
so-and-so said you have the course key for me. I don't have course keys. You get those course keys from your instructors. You go to the website, www.getenrolled.com. Register that. If you're new, you create an account. If you were here last semester, please use the sign-in that you used last semester, the username and password you used last semester. Now, about tablets. They will be given out after census. If you had a tablet last semester, I suggest you use that one. New students, see me first to get a tablet. Anybody that needs a tablet after the new students see me and they get their tablets, you can get one, but you know that I'm going to charge you, right? So if you had a tablet last semester or the semester before, it's the same tablet. Use it. You can be using it now. But if you feel like you want a new one, then feel free to get it. But it won't be till after census, okay? So census is the 27th. So we can we'll start giving out tablets on, they'll be through, where will you be through?
Won't be through till the end of the day or the start of Wednesday.
Okay, Wednesday morning. Y'all can see me for tablets. 150? Oh, they know that. Huh?
I'd rather you share it to the audience.
If you're getting a replacement tablet, it's going to cost you $150. Yes. So that's why I said if you had a tablet last semester, I suggest you use that tablet.
Keep the tablet.
No, if you have financial aid, it'll come out of your financial aid. Now, if you come back again after we've taken that out of your financial aid and you need another tablet, and I'm only saying this because it happens, you'll have to go to the business office and pay them cash and bring me a receipt back. Cash. I'm only saying this because it happens. Once you come and see me and get a replacement tablet or a new tablet, and you've gotten your refund checks, then you need to go to the business office and pay them cash money and bring me a receipt, and then I'll give you a tablet. Any more questions about the tablets? Everybody do understand in here that you can still get on Cengage and do your assignments. We have a lab downstairs. There's a lab up in where my office is. There's Ms. Lockhart's room. There's the math room. There's the library over there. And you can use your phone. You can use your own notebook, your own tablet. You can use whatever you want to use to get on Cengage. So it's really no reason that you're still not able to do your assignments just because we're not giving out tablets. And the instructors know this too. Okay? Any more questions? Yes, sir.
So if we don't get the tablet, is it still a book charge?
The book charge is different from the tablet charge, okay? So you do have a book charge.
You got to get the book.
What if who don't have the book?
You got to have the book.
The instructors have the book. All instructors have books on Cengage, yes, sir.
Okay, so we don't get the tablet, we not going to charge for the tablet, y'all still going to charge for the tablet?
No, I wouldn't charge you for nothing you didn't get. Mm-mm. If you want to use your own, whatever you want to use, if you want to use the computers here, we don't charge you for nothing you don't get. But let it be known that that won't be a reason that because you didn't get a tablet is not a reason you didn't get your assignments done. Especially if you're in my class. Huh? Computers. Anything else? All righty. At this time, we are so happy to have our police officers who are certified officers. Chief Hines is in transit. However, Mr. Harrison, Officer Harrison, would you please come forward? Oh, pardon me, my fault. He's after, yes. Then following Mr. J.T. Pryor.
How's everybody doing today?
Wonderful.
All right. As you heard, I'm Officer Harrison from the police department. We have 5 officers and 1 security guard.
We are in control of the safety, and any problems you have, you can come to me or any other officers, no matter what it is, something personal, something with an instructor. Vice versa, if an instructor have a problem with one of y'all, they come to us. No kids in the classrooms. If you come in to go to an office or something, that's cool, but no kids in the classrooms. Parking. Students park back here at the gym or across the street. They're doing construction over here right now, but when they're done, y'all park over there or across the street over here on the side. It's a no smoking campus. If you want to smoke, you go to the green thing over here by the bus stop or across the street by the white building in front of Fleet Tire Service. We are police officers. We don't know the answers to a bunch of y'all questions. We don't know about disbursements, so don't stop at the desk and answer. We don't know where your instructor is, so don't ask us. We have a system in place called the RAVE system. It pretty much sends you a text message to your phone alerting you of things that's going on around campus, such as closures or active shooter drills and fire drills, which we do every semester. Chief Hines will send you a link to your student email. And you follow that link and it'll get you signed up. I said I was going to come up here and keep it short and sweet. Do y'all have any questions?
Of campus incidents, restraining orders.
You said restraining orders? Oh, if you have any personal things going on, such as restraining orders or no contact orders, let us know. Because if your significant other or whoever the person is come up here, we need to know. If we don't have that documented, we could think that that person is someone that's just trying to enroll or come up here and eat. Any other questions?
Can you mention that of them smelling like marijuana, they will be stopped at the door because Officer Murphy told me about that this morning.
Okay. Air out before you come to school. Don't come to school smelling like marijuana because we will stop you at the door. We're all adults. Let's act like it. Don't come to school drunk either. Grown men, there's no excuse for y'all to be up in here sagging. There's no excuse for that. Most of y'all are almost 30. It's not cool. Anything else that you can think of? Young ladies, don't have your cleavage out. See-through leggings, all of that. Leave it at home. Anything else? You got anything? You got anything you want to address? You good? Anything else? Oh, you're right. I forgot about that. You're right. We had an incident before of people coming up here leaving their children in the car. Let's not do that. Please. Even if you got to come by the desk and ask if one of the officers will look after the kid while you go to do whatever, at least do that. But don't leave your kid in the car. Any other questions? What's up?
I have night classes 2 nights a week, and I was wondering if it was okay, since it is dark, it's after dark when I get out, could I park in where the staff?
I forgot to mention that. After hours, you are allowed to park up here because all of the staff is gone. So after hours, you can park up there. That was a good question. Anything else?
Good morning. My name is JT Pryor. I am the network admin here on campus. A lot of you have probably already seen me to get your accounts made. If you have not, please do so. I am in the main building. It's the Sherman Tyree building, directly to the left of the security desk. There's a big glass door. The printer's in there. Can't miss it. If you have any issues with anything internet related, computer related, your logins, email, anything like that, come see me. I'm there 8:30 to 4:30. And I can be reached, my number's on the door, but it's 758-0676. That will also ring through to my desk. Let's see. I should be able to print IDs Friday for anybody who's missing IDs. Stop by and see me then. And do please check your email. Several people who have gone before me have mentioned that that will be the primary way the school will communicate with you. Please check that email. If you can't get in it, please let me know, and I will do everything I can to get you in there. Any questions? Yes, ma'am.
Are you the person that we come to see in order to get money put on our copier account?
Yes. Generally, we wait till after census to do that, but if you need it before that, just come see me, and we'll get it added for you. You do get $65 per semester to print, and you are charged for printing. It is 15 cents for black and white, 25 cents for a color print. Yes, ma'am.
Do I stand up?
Yes, please.
Sure.
Yes, please.
Yes, I already received, I guess, your replacement or the guy that was put in for the school first enrolled in when we first started classes.
Mhm.
He already added my printing funds, but he did not add the correct amount. So,
Okay.
So after census, would I be able to come to your office?
Just come see me after this, and I'll get it sorted out for you. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so you know you said you get $65 per semester.
Correct.
I've been here a couple semesters,
Mhm.
and I don't use the full 65 during the semester, so does it roll over, or?
I don't believe it does. That would be a question more for the business office. Yeah. Sure.
I would like to know how often does our password expire?
Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen, we have a question on the floor, please.
The question was, how often does your password expire? It does expire every 45 days. So if you get a message that says your password expires and you need to change it, that would be why. Yes, ma'am. That I am not sure. Any other questions?
What about if we have challenges at home while doing assignments for Wi-Fi?
I can't hear you. I'm sorry.
Challenges at home?
Yes, if you're at home and you have any questions or you're running into any issues getting into Cengage or your email, just call that number that's on the door. And again, it's 501-758-0676. Anything else? Thank you. Oh, sorry.
I noticed when I'm registering students that a lot of students don't have their picture. So can you would you emphasize that they please come and take their picture?
Yeah, and that is part of when you get your ID made, we'll take your picture and that will go in the system as well. So if it's not showing up, come see me about that as well.
Can we take another picture?
That is one thing I forgot to mention. Your first ID is free. However, if you do need a replacement ID, it is $5. Yes, sir.
What about staff that don't have ID?
Yeah, you can come see me once we get filmed for the printer. Anything else? All right, thank you.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Man, I just have to say, just looking out into this crowd, I mean, you guys look like you're ready. You look like you're hungry. You look like you are ready to get this thing going, like it's going to be a good year. I want you all to give yourselves a hand. President Green, in his absence, Dr. Hurst, Dr. Gilbert, Dr. Owens, all of our staff and our student body. I am Davin McCoy. I am the Career Services Development Director. It is my job to work with you, to get you prepared, to learn the skills, all the job traits, all the development skills, to get you moving into a career and into a good job direction. If I can just tell you a good small story, there was once a time where my young son, I have two sons, and my youngest son was experiencing some difficulties in school, and so he's a good kid. We went back and forth trying to figure out what was it that he was having problems with, we just couldn't figure it out. So one day, when I was there visiting him at the school, I said, son, let me see what you got in your backpack. And when I looked in his backpack, there was nothing but gum wrappers and balled up paper and just a bunch of stuff that he really didn't need, And so it made me think then, gosh, that's where I got to start. What do you carry with you every day when you step out of your house in your backpack? Beyond your iPads and your pens and your pencils and your paper, you got to ask yourself, what else is in my toolbox? I have to remind myself of that every day. And so with that, I say to you all students, ask yourself that every day. What's in your toolbox? Is it respect? Is it respect for my fellow student, for my teachers, for my staff? Is it love for myself? Is it hope for knowing that, hey, I'm in a good place. I need to take advantage of this good place and move forward. Also, in terms of career services development, I said, man, for our students, yes, you need to check your backpack, but we also here at Shorter College need to be able to provide you with a career toolkit, a toolkit that you can take with you everywhere you go. And that's my job, ladies and gentlemen and students. It is my job to help you prepare that toolkit so when you leave here, you have the resources, you have the training, you have the development skills to take with you wherever you want to go. 5 quick points that we want to make sure we look at. We're going to do an honest self-evaluation. Number 2, we're going to expand your career and industry awareness. Number 3, we're going to manage your image. Number 4, gain experience. And number 5, make doing a habit. All of these things we will achieve through various workshops, meetings, where we talk about career prep, resume prep, interview prep. We're going to host meetings where we get you involved and get you exposed to different industries and different businesses so you can make those connections, bridge those connections, and then also work to build internships, to build an opportunity to get in and get some real life, real hands-on experience. So once again, my name is Davin McCoy. Our office is right next door to the library. We're right in that building next door to the library. Most of you all I'll get a chance to interact with through our orientation classes. We've teamed up with our orientation teachers, and we'll be able to do a lot of the programs, a lot of the things that we want to skill development we'll do through orientation classes. If I don't see you in the orientation class, then be on the lookout for an email from me. Be on the lookout for an email. I want you guys to know, man, your email is super, super important. Make sure you got it on your phone. Make sure you're checking it regularly. Not only will you get emails from me, but from your staff, from Mr. Dunn, and from all of us. We'll be communicating with you in that fashion. So I just want to say to you all, look out for an email from me. Also look for me to meet with you in orientation classes. If you have any questions, any concerns, any ideas, please come by and sit down with me and we'll have a one-on-one and go from there. Look at what you're looking for, what you want to do, and try to help you the best that we can. So anything we can do, we're here for you all. I just want you to hang in there, keep working hard, ask as many questions as you can, and go from there. Also, as Dr. Owens noted, we're going to have connections to career fairs. We had a career fair in the fall that was pretty successful. We won't have one in the spring. We'll have kind of a mini career kind of boot camp that we'll do in the spring. But we're going to also this spring, there are career fairs all over the city. And so we'll provide, the opportunity, for us to be able to get together on the bus and go on over there as a team and get involved in that. Anything else, Dr. O, anything? Dr. Hirsch? All right, once again, Davin McCoy. If you need anything, guys, please call on us and we'll get you taken care of. Question here, Ms. Shah. After the self-eval, it is number 1, do honest self-evaluation. Number 2, expand your career awareness. All right. Thank you all. Really appreciate you and good luck this year.
I'm to share with you about academic affairs, faculty, and persons who are involved with that. I want to do that by introducing you to the advisors, because the advisors and the chairs are one and the same. So I want you to do that. We'll do that very quickly. But it's 2 things I really want to share with you. That one of the things that we're doing now is increasing the number of courses that we offer in the evening. We really want to attract more students in the evening because a lot of people work during the day. So we want to really increase the number of courses that we're offering in the evening, so that will accommodate for you also. And then we're going to also try for we're working toward trying to get child care for you in the evening too, free child care, so that your children will be safe while you're in class. We're working on that. But before we do the advisors, I want Reverend Mary Williams, you heard from her in the prayer. I would like for her to come and talk about the program that she has, the programs that she has, so that you will know what else is available to you on behalf of Shorter College. Reverend Mary, will you come and help us share with us today?
Thank you, Dr. Kurtz and Dr. Owens. My name is Mary Williams, as has been stated. I am the Director of Spiritual and Cultural Development, also chaplain. I am that person that, when all else has failed, you've left the house bogged down with trials and tribulations and problems and that sort of thing. You don't want to go to your to your coach just because. My office stands open. That you can come in, we can close the door, you can cry, we can pray, we can try to see if we can point you another way into your spiritual self. So I am available for that always. Secondly, because of being President Green has appointed me to oversee 2 programs that Shorter College has been fighting to get for the last 3 or so years. And so early last year, we received those programs under Project Success, whereby we have internships. However, for this year, we've just finished our report last week, and when we finished our report on last week, we were told by the Project Success director that we were going to receive monies for this semester, probably sometimes in February. So we don't have it yet, but we're trying to take applications for those persons who apply. That particular person who applies for internship, you really have to be a sterling citizen on campus and student. In other words, we want you in every chapel assembly. We don't want you to get in trouble. We want you to keep at least a 2.5 GPA. We want you to stand tall on the campus and represent Shorter College wherever you are. We already have some students here on campus who are interns and has been interns for at least 1 semester. Will those students please stand? Okay, you may be seated. And so what we're looking for now is to add, because we got an increase of about 25, well, let's say about I don't want to go too far over. I think we were getting $33,000. This year we have been given the amount of $50,000. And so, which means that I'm going to try and add 10 more positions to the internship piece. Please be patient. We will, because the money is not available yet, but we're looking for it anytime. Secondly, we have a program, and we really hate to mention this particular piece because we don't want you to try and see it, and we don't want you to mess it up. That's what it boils down to. We have emergency aid funds. Has not been dropped until sometime in February. I know that there are those students who's already gone seeking to try and find out about that aid. Students has been, we already have an amount that you can go up to and not less, and also you students, those students who are applying for the emergency aid, you have to have a GPA showing that you are a good student and you want to do what's right and you've done your very best. Emergency aid is not for you to come to the office and just put in an application because you know it's there. Emergency aid is just what it says, emergency. And so, which means that if you come to the office and put in and apply for it, we're going to be checking you out. And if we think that you do not fit the bill, we're not going to give it to you. Because there are those students who are really in need, those students who really want to complete shorter college, and who really wants to do the right thing. If you are that student, then we will abide by your request. Thank you. Questions?
Yes, ma'am. Where can we get an application for such assistance? I'm sorry, I'm on the phone. You're fine. I didn't hear that part. I was checking on my son, his school that called. I missed part of the what you was explaining about the emergency aid. This is my first time hearing about it.
But if you, so students, we send out emails. You all have an email. Reason you are to always read and keep up with your emails. You receive emails from Shorter College. Read them, keep up with them. And not only that, but we have posters that are around in the, aren't they still in the Student Union building? And they're also in the main building telling you about emergency aid. But students, you have to have a GPA. And so we're going to look to you to see what you've done or what you have not done before we before you can put in an application for those particular, for that fund.
To apply for the emergency aid, that's where you get the application for the aid, for the application for internship. Yeah, she said, "Oh Lord," because she knows I'm a stickler. Because just like Reverend Mary said, this is for emergencies. There's some students that come every month. That's not what it's for.
No, we don't take care of your bills monthly.
We do have to collect documentation. We do follow up calls with your landlord. And an important message is the check will not be made out to you. It's made out to the vendor. But it is a great program. And unfortunately, if you're a freshman, you won't have a GPA. So you have to be at the school at least one semester to capitalize off that. Unless you come and it's a dire emergency, we send it to the committee and they approve you. I guess everybody could apply, but the GPA is a factor.
And Ms. Jackie Johnson and myself look at the application first. We go back and forth, back and forth. What does this mean? Did you talk to them about this? Or she will say, Reverend Mary, what do you think about this? And so we make sure that you fit the bill for emergency aid. So, and we don't want you to come back every 2 or 3 months. That's not what it's for. We're not going to do it. We're just not going to do it. Okay, and I see a hand way back there. Okay, the hand back there and then you. Where's my office located? For those students who doesn't know. I am located on the south end of the admin building. I think they're glass doors. Come inside, you'll run into Miss Jefferson's office first. My office is in that same area. So that's where I'm located. Okay, any other questions? Oh, yes.
I was just asking, they say for like male or females.
What?
It's for everybody.
Yeah. Which one? The emergency? Both of them.
We don't pay sales tax for cars. We don't buy cars. We don't pay fines. We can't pay your probationary fees. Those type of things we can't purchase because it's federal funds.
We have a list of items or of household items or of things that we can pay for and that emergency aid can be utilized for. And if it does not fit that, when you go in and apply for, and put in your application, Miss Jackie Johnson will be able to tell you whether it is an eligible item or not. Any other questions? Any other questions? Thank you.
Dr. Gilbert, will you come forth and introduce the advisors, the academic advisors? We want to rush this through, and so that you will know who the advisors are. And as I said earlier, the advisors and the faculty, the program coordinators are one and the same. And then you do have faculty too, that's different to the advisors.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning. It's so good to see all of you. Oh, it is so good to see you. So, I know that you have gone to see your advisors because how I know? You are sitting in front of me. But for those that may not have had an opportunity to go to the advisor because some of you came before they all had an opportunity to get back on campus. So I will start with child development first. Ms. Jefferson, would you stand, please? So if you are a child development major, please go see Mrs. Jefferson for any and all questions about your major, where you are in the program, or anything like that. Then, I'm going to start with all the C's. Criminal justice, Dr. Nichols. So again, see Dr. Nichols for any criminal justice issues, any problems, whatever, wherever you are in your degree plan. And then we have Christian leadership. And that is Reverend Henderson. Please see him for any Christian leadership majors. And then we have a new kid on the block who is our entrepreneurial studies chair. And that is soon to be Dr. Michael Harris. So if you are an entrepreneurial study major, you don't have to come see me anymore. We have somebody in place for you, and that is Mr. Harris. And then, of course, I'll say myself for last. So, Ms. Shayla, are you in the building? Ms. Shayla Williams, who is our English Comp 1 and speech instructor. So those of you that are taking classes with her, you will see her. And then we have Mr. Ketty. Are you in the building? All righty. Mr. Egwam. Mr. E. Is Mr. E, or soon to be Dr. E, is he in the building? He's hiding? Okay. And of course, I haven't. Of course, you all know we have, well, Mr. E is part of our literacy lab, and he does all the math tutoring. And then we also have Mrs. Lockhart, who is the coordinator for the literacy program. Let's see. I don't see her. Ms. Bush, are you here?
Right there.
Oh, there you are. You're in my face. You're right here in my face. She teaches psychology, sociology. She's this is in her second full semester as a full professor at Shorter. Did I miss anybody else? Oh, Miss Jackson, biology. Yes. And then we have, well, you saw her earlier, Miss Tabitha Scott, who teaches most of our computer classes, and then of course you go to see her for your tablet. And of course, if you are the one and only fabulous general studies major, give yourself a clap. So I am the chair of the general studies department. You all come see me. And of course, part of the general studies is I don't see all of the alphabets. I do A through G. Miss Lockhart does. And then Miss Scott does. Where's and then Miss Williams has U through Z. Okay. All those in between Miss Lockhart and Miss Williams, Miss Scott has. So those are most of the general studies courses. But I also want to say this about academics. And I'm sure Dr. Hurst will say this, say part of this too. Students. It is up to you to be academically sound at Shorter College. We don't want to ever have to say you are suspended, or if you are allowed to come back, you are on academic probation. We don't ever want to have to say that. But guess what? It happens. It happens. So, can y'all do me a favor this year and let us not have to ever say that to a student again? Can y'all make me that promise? And also, let me say this. I know since we have come to school, I know faculty is busy putting in attendance, because guess what? If you are not coming to class, and I happen to be the person that determines whether you get your refund back, because you would have to do certain things to get your refund back. In order for me not to be the meanie, because you all know I don't have a problem when you don't do what you're supposed to do. I don't have a problem in doing what I have to do. So if you have not come to class, the times that you are supposed to come to class, I'm going to have to unfortunately say no, that you're going to have to do some things before I release your refund. So in order to keep me from doing that, what do you have to do? I didn't say me, I said you. What do you have to do? You have to come to class. You have to do your work. So because I have to do a report for financial aid and to determine whether we give you a refund back. And so I don't want to have to do that. So I'm glad that you all are sitting around this table, and I can tell you personally that you have to come to class in order to get your refund. You have to. And let me just say this. You have to come to class after you get your refund. Because why we have to put you on suspension or whatever is because what? You didn't come back. You didn't come back. So you just promised me that you were going to come back, right? So have an absolutely fantastic academic year, everybody, okay? Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot about the librarian. And so when you all have these reports to do from sociology and psychology and criminal you go to the librarian and say, Mr. A.M.E, I have this report to do, and it's in APA style. Can you help me? Can you help me figure out how to do APA? Because I don't know. Can you help me find articles about this subject area that I have to write about it? Because in my class, I say, who's not your friend? If you've had my class, you know who's not your friend. Google. Google is not your friend. It's not your friend. You have to do academic peer-reviewed articles to do your papers. And Mr. A.M.E will help you find articles to do your paper, right? So it can be an academic sound paper that is not plagiarized. Because you know that in academia that there is such thing as plagiarism and you can be put out of school for that. Yes, you can be put out of school for plagiarism. So that's why I tell you, Google is not your friend. And if you don't understand how to do an APA paper, Mr. A.M.E and Mr. Saduli will help you with that. Because in my class, you have to do a 5-page APA paper. So, anyway, Mr. Saduli is not here. And who did you? He's not. Oh, I don't know anything about it. Okay. Is it you? Is it you? No, he's not. No, he's not. No. So anyway, that is all I have to say. Dr. Hertz, I'm sorry.
I'm done.
Oh, he's done. Yes, I'm sorry. Yes. Oh, one of the things that on your schedule, you have chapel. Chapel is also mandatory at Shorter College. And guess what? You get attendance for that and a grade for that. So it's either a PP or an FF. That's what you get for chapel because it's a mandatory part of your academic matriculation at Shorter College. Okay? Yes.
Where's your office located?
My office is when you walk in the desk, you see the offices, right? And then you make a left turn and you go all the way down to the hallway, into the hallway, and then you make a right. Okay. Yes. Yeah. Oh, yes. Thank you.
Like you said, chapel is great, but like your work schedule changed, and you may not make it to all chapels, but you could come to some of them. Is that considered excuse or?
Well, chapel is there's a video online where on the website where you can go if you miss a chapel. You go to that video that day that you missed, and that there will be a series of questions that you must fill out and submit, and then you will get grade 4. Any other question? Huh? She says it's in your student cams. Let me just say one other thing that I just thought about. Students, there is no such thing as independent study if you are a freshman student. You either are going to go to your classes or you just have to maybe withdraw from that class and can't go and maybe become a part-time student. We only offer independent study courses or a class to a student that's about to graduate and that they only are lacking 6 hours to finish up their major. There are no other independent study. There is no other independent study except for when you are about to graduate and you need 6 hours to finish up your academic plan. So because I keep getting questions about, could I do an independent study? And my first question to you would be, where are you in your academic plan? Are you about to graduate? And the answer, and most of you tell me no, that you're not about to graduate. So I tell you that there's no independent study. There is no independent study. Now, there are some exceptions that we offer students, but a lot of times it's because sometimes it interferes with your work schedule or something like that. Then I say to you, that's not independent study. That's something that you would have to work out with your instructor. And a lot of times if your instructor says that they can't work with you, then there may be something else that you probably would have to do. Okay? But there's no independent study for a freshman or a student that's not about to graduate within needing 6 hours. Okay? We all got that? Any questions for me academically? Okay, I think that's it.